We are live.
It's Raven, your GS.
Joe, one third of the cyber nerds. Yes, man, it's Kylo Ren, fam. Oh, live. Guys, I'm Joe, one third of the cyber nerds.
And I'm Raven, the GS.
And this is another episode of Sith Temple.
Hey.
I feel like we're back now. Not
Listen,
we're back, we're back.
Listen. For a hot minute, I was mad at you because we wasn't doing this, fam.
Man's mad at me. You don't act like I'm holding up the shit, fam.
Bruv, listen. The whole song I was telling you, listen, fam. And the fact you even took the playlist, fam, away, I was mad, fam. But I'm glad we're back. I'm glad.
Bro, we're back.
Don't ever let that happen, fam.
Guys, I know he's trying to put the blame on me. The blame's not on me. But with me, I'm like, yo, if we ain't doing it, we ain't doing it. And now, the last couple of weeks, we've been doing it. We've had 2 lit episodes. This is about to be the 3rd lit episode.
Man said a couple of weeks. Man's living this Star Wars like every day, bro.
Fact.
Come on. Audiobooks, books, comic books. Man's got the movie in the background. What are we talking about?
Fact. New year, new things, innit? Get me. Anyway, today, we're following the trend of another... Look, shout out to all of you Star Wars fans who've been jumping in our comments, being like, guys, check out this, check out that. I really appreciate you guys.
Sure.
So you guys have recommended Kylo Ren, The Awakening, fan film, and this is made by Blind Wave. So shout out to Blind Wave. Shout out to Blind Wave. You man are doing bits. Obviously, we ain't watched this yet, but I've seen you man about. See you man doing the thing. So hopefully this is just as good as Darth Maul Apprentice and the Vader.
That was fire.
The Vader one. Yeah. So like, do you know what's it's crazy? This is very interesting because the Vader film was very Force-based.
Force-based, yeah.
Maul film, all physical.
Physical, yep.
What we getting from Kylo?
You'll get a bit of everything because he's got the brute strength, you know, and at the same time he's got Granddad's, you know, Force strength as well. Like, so his ties to the Force. So it'll be interesting to see how they're showing this and what's in this. The Awakening, does that mean the Awakening in him?
See, I don't know, and this is the part I love, is guessing or getting to see what time frame they put this in. Is this gonna be young Kylo Ren, like, oh, I just left Uncle Luke and I'm out here doing young man crud, or is this like later on, I don't know, like closer to the Force Awakens? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting.
Do you want to see Luke in this?
We ain't gonna see Luke. I don't want to see no Luke.
I don't care about Luke.
I want to see Kylo Ren, and I'm just gonna say I want to see the Knights of Ren, even if they're just in the background doing nothing.
Even if they're not the Knights of Ren yet.
Even if they're not the Knights of Ren.
I think that would be deeper.
That'd be legit. But we might be giving ourselves mad expectations for something that we're not gonna get.
It's Star Wars.
That's what you do. Speculation is everything, man. Yo, run that thing.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Man, like Snoke.
Alright.
I see you. The Forest Moon of Endor. Okay. This is before The Force Awakens.
The dark side.
I love Kylo with all my heart, fam.
And the light.
Go in. Do it.
Get this guy off, Kylo, man. Yeah, dome him.
Do it.
Dome him.
Do it.
Stretch your neck out.
Alright.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Know the power of the dark side.
Show me. Grandfather.
You know where Mum was at? Fam, what did he just kneel down in front of? Just some wood.
Yeah.
Bro, where did they burn Thingy's body? Yeah, that was Vader's where they burnt him off, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you know what, yeah? Like, I feel like the difference between this and the other two was more so like, this was just a fight. Do you get what I'm saying? There was no real story to what was going on in it. So, fighting wise, like, I thought it was legit. I thought like they did a couple things that were peak, but they didn't commit.
Yeah, it was. I gotta say, it's all right. Like, okay. So the first thing I picked up is why are you giving me Kylo already in that outfit?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if this
you just think it should just been Ben?
If this is supposed to be his awakening, like they showed at the end, you should not be the Kylo than we got in episode 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be completely different. You know what I'm saying? There's that transition between teenager and young man. That's what it should be. You should have been like. Then fighting, I didn't really get excited until like that bit.
With the
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand that's who Kylo is.
yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like this is called the awakening. There should be a lot more things that is happening for the first time. I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something's awakening inside you, it should be like, oh, I just did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he even is surprised. You cannot get that if man's with the mask and stuff like that, innit? So, it's alright, man.
I think some of my just issues with the thing is, obviously, if you're gonna put it in the place you put it in, so you're putting it pre The Force Awakens. I never really thought about what you said about, if it's an awakening, he shouldn't really be full Kylo Ren get up. I hear that, but at the same time, I feel like, who is this Jedi? Because we've not seen. There's no Jedis right
But
now.
I like how he was grey though. Like, yeah, that grey. I'm not sure if that's done on purpose. If you know what I'm saying.
I hear that, but the way he was fighting, he was heavily trained and stuff like that. That's like, I want things to be a bit more based in continuity. And the thing what I didn't like is like it got peaker as it got to the end. But I feel like there's some of the things that we should have focused on. Like maybe have a 30-second bit at the beginning where it's explaining why Kylo's on Endor.
True.
Do you know what I'm saying? True. Instead of just at the end where you're having the montage of voices. He hears Luke, he hears Anakin, he hears Vader, and then he's kneeling down, and you didn't even like put together that it was the like where they burned, they burnt his body. Do you know what I'm saying? So
was that actually shown?
Yeah, Luke.
Really?
Yeah, Luke shows them burning his body.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously, I think this is the point where I guess if this was to lead into the Force Awakens, where he gets the mask.
It makes sense because I never really pay attention to the movies with young Luke's anyway, so it makes sense.
So that makes sense. Like, yeah, but I'm feeling with you. It's all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'd like to see one of these ones around Kylo Ren with the level of production that the Darth Maul or the Star Wars Explained one had. But I do really like this, man.
Yeah, like you're a Kylo fan, so where do you feel he stands? He stands where it comes to being a Force user, a lightsaber user. Like, where do you do you get a sense like who his identity? Like, okay, this is his style. This is who he is. This is how he moves.
I think
because I don't.
I think with Kylo, you get a lot more of him from Episode 8. Yeah, because in Episode 8, you kind of see his relinquish. Like, bro, it's like what you're saying. He's transitioning from a teenager into a young man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what I would say is happening in the movies is he's transitioning from a young man into an adult who knows who he is. And I feel like in Episode 7, young man, I'm wearing a mask, I'm just trying to be like granddad. Episode 8, I'm shedding the mask, I'm shedding my master, I'm my own man, I'm going my own mission. So I don't think they've shown us enough to be like, this is who Kylo Ren is. Okay. But I feel like Kylo Ren has all of the potential, all of the abilities. He has everything it takes to be better than everybody who came before him.
Right.
But it's whether he maximizes and reaches that potential. And for me, he can only maximize and reach that potential if he survives Episode 9.
Right.
Because if he dies in Episode 9...
I didn't even think of that possibility.
What, that him survive Episode 9?
That him dying?
I think he's 100% going to die.
Really?
Yeah. Because, bruv, it's just the way that these Star Wars things go, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just the way they've planned it out, do you know what I'm saying? Like, Anakin dies at the end of Episode 3, Vader dies at the end of Episode 6, Palpatine also, who's the bad guy of that movie, dies then. So you'd think that the villain who's been going through the whole of the new saga would die as well at the end of Episode 9. I don't think Kylo should die. I don't think he should get redeemed, but I feel like Kylo's story needs to live on until he is an older man. Do you know what I'm saying? I need him to get to Vader age. I need him to get to maybe not Palpatine age unless he becomes that guy and starts getting Inquisitors and do you know what I'm saying? The Kylo Ren's, the Knights of Ren really become minions that are terrorizing the universe. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just don't know where they're going with this whole Episode 9
thing.
This is
where I feel so lost, and I can understand where it's like you're in a very. It's like because everything's moving so fast forward now because we're getting so much Star Wars. While before, it was like we started at one point and then we worked backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of gave us enough time to work. Like even today, we're getting stories being told from back when. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Well, right now, this is where I don't feel so strong with the new movies and Episode 7, 8. It's very interesting, man. But at the same time, I can understand why it's so hard. Because of the timeline we're working with and the way they've been put things out. Another thing is, there hasn't really been much Kylo Ren backstory.
And there's been some backstory, but this is one of the things that also I'm gonna disagree with you with. It's the timeline messing up. I think you look at the original trilogy, yeah. Mm-hmm. George Lucas ripped the whole thing. Mm-hmm. He knew what characters were what. Even after the first movie, he said that he didn't know who like certain things. But he followed through and made them things right for that trilogy of movies. Then you go to the prequels. George Lucas, he didn't direct all of them, but the story was all his. And that's the issue with the new movies.
Right.
We've got
stories
JJ did one story, then Ryan Johnson did his interpretation of what was going on.
And now we're getting JJ.
And now we're going back to JJ, which I think could either be really good because JJ started it, so maybe he could close some of these loops and stuff like that. Or it might be bad because he might just be like, F everything Ryan Johnson did. So it's interesting to me.
And that's why I feel so lost, and I feel no connection whatsoever with 7 and 8. I'm just like,
and do you know what's crazy about that? You feel no connection between 7 and 8. They're the two closest movies ever. They start back to back.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? To me, I just try to look at them as one movie. Like, this is just one movie. Like, both of you together are one movie.
Like, it's actually funny because the other day I was here, I was like, okay, watch Star Wars. And I never, like, whenever I put a Star Wars movie, I never, ever touch those two. Ever. Like, I just go watch something else.
I don't know. I think I think after like all of this time, I spend less time on episode 7. Do you know what I'm saying?
And you're more than episode 8.
I'm more on episode 8, and I don't love all of episode 8, but I think the Kylo parts in episode 8 are so real.
No, definitely. I definitely agree with that.
His connection with him and Rey, the whole stuff with Snoke, the flashbacks, the 3 different interpretations of what happens on the night that Kylo Ren, that Ben Solo becomes Kylo Ren or leaves the Jedi. That stuff there, I think is great. His relationship with Rey, where they're fighting in a throne room, and then he's still trying to convince her, like all of that stuff I love. And even her in the cave, I love that.
That
as
was
well.
deep.
I love that.
I love that. Okay, so any prediction or where you want to go with the episode, since you're the Kylo guy?
With episode 9,
yeah.
my only thing I want to happen
Or
is
what you want.
I want the Knights of Ren. I want Kylo to survive. I want Kylo can't reach, and this is one of my issues with episode 8. Kylo can't reach full potential until he kills Princess Leia, or General Leia, whatever you want to call her. I feel like he had the opportunity to do it in episode 8, and I feel like it was whack that 1, he didn't push the button, and 2, that she survived it anyway.
You know what? I actually think that's quite interesting in him not doing that.
It's whack.
I think simply because of his ties with Granddad, and you know Granddad was very family, like his mom orientated.
Yeah, I hear that.
So to me that makes sense.
Got to blow her up.
You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Like obviously as a Sith, you say blow her up.
But Kylo's not a Sith. Kylo's not a Sith.
But to me, Kylo is Granddad before anything else. Before any organization or anything, I'm family. So to me, okay, that's very believable in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see like okay.
The thing about him not blowing her up is it makes me feel like in episode 7 he didn't get over that hurdle. The hurdle for him in episode 7 was there's light in me and I need to extinguish it.
Right.
And for me, but for Joe, when he kills Han, light, done, finished. This is no longer a debate. I am bad. It was a struggle. I'm fighting against my own nature because I want to be good, or there's good in me, but he makes that decision to be bad. So then in episode 8, you're having him in the same scenario that he was in episode 7 with the lightsaber in hand. He's got to push the button. And the thing was, because she survived, it wouldn't have even made more sense that he blew her up and she survived anyway. Because no harm, no foul. He pushed the button and confirmed, I'm a bad man. But she survived because she's a bad woman. Do you know what I'm saying? That would have made more sense instead of he doesn't push the button and 2 random pilots are like, boom, and blow up Princess Leia. That's disrespectful to her character and to Kylo's. That's my take on it, fam.
Yeah.
He's got to be all in, and then he cuts his master in half later on in the movie. Like, fam, blow your mum up.
But that was some cunning Sith
No,
stuff
that was cunning stuff. But this is what I'm saying. Imagine if Kylo Ren's story was, I murdered my dad, I blew up my mum, I murdered my master.
See, and
now we're getting I've become the supreme leader. And so now we're getting there.
So now we're in a different pathway a complete different pathway than he is right now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I killed my dad begrudgingly. I had an opportunity to kill my mum, didn't do it. Chopped my master in half because I had to.
Inconsistency of character and who he's supposed to be.
Because low key, I was trying to finesse Rey. I'm gonna cut you in half to finesse Rey. That doesn't work. Failure. Do you know what I'm saying?
It'll be interesting to see where they're taking this story for sure.
Bruv, and that's the thing, I'm scared because of JJ.
But I'm very, I just don't buy it, this trilogy. I just don't buy it. Even though 9 hasn't come out yet, I just can't see them telling things around. Unless you're going to give us like a 3-hour movie, okay, Star Wars is known for, okay, we'll give you this here, and then we'll give you everything else in different mediums. That's very possible. And I'll be cool with it. If it's the fact that you just put it in the timeline, this has happened, just wait for the comics or whatever to come through for you to fill in the timeline. But to me, in my eyes, to make sense, you gotta start for a certain timeline, give enough gap for you to right the wrongs and to make a lot more sense about Kylo's character.
The thing for me about this whole, what you're saying is about them filling in the gaps is, you can't have peaker stuff happening in the books than in the movies. and this is where I think they're going wrong. The peak stuff is like the Star Wars started with the movies. It all started here. This is where the peak stuff needs to happen. The peakest stuff needs to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? The peakest of the peak stuff needs to happen in the movies for me, and then everything else needs to be filled in, not filler, but filled in the books. Like, oh, this is what man was doing on Tuesday. But the big day, his birthday, that was the movie.
That was in the movie.
That was the movie. That's how I feel, and I don't feel like we're getting that. I feel like they're giving us these watered down movies, and they know the hardcore fans are gonna buy all the other stuff anyway, and then they're giving us the ultra good stuff in the books, and I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah, bro, and that pisses.
That's exactly what they do.
And that pisses me off because like I'm not a novel reader. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really dive into the novels. Like I'll go on Wikipedia and I'll read the description of what happens in a book, so I'm on the know. But at the same time, it's like, yo,
you don't experience that pathway.
And the thing is, I don't even want to read it in a book, fam. I want to see Kylo Ren savage a village just the same way they showed Anakin do it, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, if that's what he's on, that's what he's on. Get me?
Cool,
but we'll see, man. Anyway, guys, jump in the comment section below. Let us know if you've seen the Kylo Ren Awakening. What did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your expectations for episode 9? Drop them in the comment section below as well. Also, more requests like what Star Wars movies do you want us to, or fan-made stuff do you want us to watch? Is there a focus? Give us some topics for episodes of Sith Temple. One thing I love about this show is this is all about Star Wars fans. So, guys, let us
go in.
Let us know what you want to see. Talk to us. You know we're in the comment section below. I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cybernerds.
And I'm Raven the GS.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Sith Temple. Hey guys, it's me, Joe, 1/3 of the Cybernerds. Appreciate you watching the last video. Check another one out here, or just go ahead and sign up to Patreon right now. Just do that thing. Anyway, catch you on the next video. Peace.